good, not good.
I'll be Phoenix.
Don't tell me.
What? What?
It was not. I heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own crap can be hard to.
Crap. Mr. Right. It seems as if you won't be stopping at Acro, but we're making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. I understand, Your Honor. Gulp. Very well. Let's continue. Who perchance would happen to be Acro's accomplice? The monkey. No, I'm serious. It's the monkey. It's not Mo. It's the monkey.
It's not the monkey.
No,
It is not the
no,
monkey.
No, it's actually the monkey. I'm serious. It's the monkey.
The monkey, the monkey, the
My
monkey,
my
monkey, monkey,
superhero
the
monkey.
My superhero monkey.
What? What?
Oh, did you hear that?
Hear what?
The sound of you getting caught in your own trap. What a splendid accomplice.
Foundation. Yes, Mr. Wright. Do you have any proof that this person you accused was indeed your accomplice? Okay, okay.
I'm telling you,
Okay,
there is no proof.
No, there is proof.
There is.
Okay, look at the. Okay. Check that one. No. Yeah.
This is just not it.
Okay, maybe not. Go back.
I could have sworn it was the last one.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was too. I mean, that is what it is, but I thought this was the specific piece of evidence.
Cause that's kind of shiny.
Yeah. It might be the one we were just on, because that's
So
really,
the photo.
that's really shiny.
That's true. That is really
No,
shiny.
not that one. To the left.
But this isn't like a.
That's not
look how
proof.
shiny it is.
That's not proof.
Yeah, it's not.
They help with the
Should
crime.
we present it?
That's just proof he has it. No, don't present it. Go to the chest.
Yeah, I was about to say
Go to the chest.
the chest.
There you go.
Are you sure?
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, it's actually just not the chest. What do you mean? Yes, it's the monkey had to do with the
It's
chest.
the
Of
monkey,
course.
Hunter.
Yes.
It's the monkey. It's the monkey, Hunter. It's the monkey.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's the monkey.
Scott, what is
Scott.
your mic? I need to know.
Scott,
I need to know what mic it is. I need to know.
Scott, say he didn't have it. Say he didn't have it. See, I told you he didn't have an accomplice. You're not gonna sucker me into this one.
Oh, are we recording? Are we recording?
I am.
You're recording.
Yeah, I'm recording. There is no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. The monkey was the accomplice, though. What the? What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
I know I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
All right, then let's do it. No, Mr. Phoenix, right.
That's you.
If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. Dingling? He was in his. Who's Mr. Dingling again? Is that Acro?
That's our proof.
He was in his room. He couldn't.
You can't exactly leave there,
He was
can you?
obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there could only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
But what you say, Mr. Dingling? That's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that was what you proposed is impossible, yes? That is. That's it.
I just thought of something.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. I'm guessing Julian's not here.
I guess we were too smart from earlier.
Dude, I swear this is accomplice. I swear there is. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you ask if I asked you a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think it is I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. She's right. I can't mess up.
I didn't get to
I've
say
gotta
my
give her
line.
one thought. I'm sure Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Present evidence, or can't present evidence
Yeah, save the
now.
game. Save the game. No, save it. Save it.
Just click can't present evidence now, right now.
No, present evidence. You have it.
Can't present.
You have it.
Okay. Don't get this
Okay.
wrong, please.
Okay, you know what it is. We basically spoiled it. No, it's not the box. It's not the box. It's not the box. You know what it is. And it's not the monkey. Dude, if he was over the box, how did he kill him with the box? No, don't save over this. No.
Oh wait, I thought I pressed the.
No, you
Yeah, I
pressed
pressed the.
saved. Present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence.
So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the
You know what it is.
crime of murder
Yes.
against Russell Baker?
Yes, you did it.
What's that, a picture? Heavy? Heavy?
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, especially if it's dropped from a third-story window.
Ah!
See, this is how Acros killed the ringleader with the force of gravity and Maximilian. I can't read it that fast. Order! So you're saying the bust fell on the ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
Objection! How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible!
Objection! Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like a bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well,
Can I be him? I don't have anyone
you
to
can
be.
be.
Yeah, you could be
him.
well.
You can be.
You could say well.
You can be Acro.
Well, dot dot dot.
Echoes at a loss for words!
He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't run away from things that. Ow!
What would I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get a proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say? Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a route to offer time. Objection! There is absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems, however. Let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you. Dot dot dot.
Ah! That woman will sink to any low to win a case. witness testimony.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bus. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and my legs were injured. However, lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force with my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the ringmaster's location ahead. And thus it would have been unrealistic for me to drop the bus on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bus and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could have not known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
Grr, I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. Cross-examination. Hold it! Have you ever lifted up the bus before?
No, I actually don't. I think that we should get to it. Don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this.
Money?
Not,
I'm Meanix. Money the monkey.
Damien.
That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bus before. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingley.
I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured.
Hold it! So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Scott, that's you. You don't say.
But no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything.
Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wouldn't lose either, Slowpoke. I mean, Nick.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! How does this discussion turn to me all of a sudden?
I want to go and I'm stronger than I ever been. However, lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been possible.
Hold it! And why is that?
Because if I were to
True.
because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't got my feelings back in my legs yet.
So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window.
There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body.
Hold it! How long do you think your recovery will take?
You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extreme intensive rehabilitation. But that's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%.
Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bus, he would not be able to see out below the window.
That makes it impossible for me to know the location of the ringmaster's head.
Hold it! Why do you say it would be impossible?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
If I was carrying the bus, I couldn't see out below the window. But sir, there's no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head.
Well, I suppose you've got a point.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
What if you turn things around? Maybe if you to think of it sort of like this. If we knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bus.
That
does
does make
make
sense.
sense.
I'm Phoenix. If only I could prove
I'm right.
somehow. That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. Scott, did you already press on that one? Okay.
Oh wait, what? Oh wait.
Go to the last statement.
Yeah.
Press it. Hold it. If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have to be a problem at all.
If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way I could have landed a direct hit of the ringmaster's head.
So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust.
Oh, the main problem is how he could have.
I wonder if you used some kind of tool to aim for the
Have to
ringmaster.
take it, Nick. Show them what you've got.
I have to be careful. I have to find something.
I don't remember it, but maybe we overlooked something.
Next, no, that one's correct. He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying. It's the last statement. You have to present something on this one. It's not monkey. It's not money this time.
You really liked presenting this one before.
You really like this one. Like, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you really like this one.
You wanted to present this one so bad. It's not the autopsy report.
That's
Okay, yes.
okay.
No, it's not Leon. No.
It's a brilliant plan.
No, present the box. Acro. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Objection! You're silly hitting. Wait, no! You know, silly what you do with the
But I did such a good job hitting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same.
The same.
The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box had already been placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
1 second.
1 second, says the judge. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean?
If the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that I could miss the head of the victim.
No!
Order! 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 This is unbelievable! Finally! Some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward. So then the next question I have is who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow!
Allow me to whip some of the Mr. Phoenix.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Anyway, this is the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
Specially made.
Indeed! It had the most peculiar feature. The box has a remarkable weight.
Wait.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down to lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would approximately be in the same place.
The fool!
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you've had to say.
Can you do it funny, Mike?
I can't really do funny, Mike. It's more me slamming my desk is the funny part.
That is the funny part.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Thank you.
Is that good?
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Why did I give him a surfer boy voice?
Mr. Wright may have.
No, don't slam the desk till you're actually mad.
Hang on. I'm sorry.
Okay. We forgive you.
You are forgiven. Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
Bird.
Tweet,
Bird.
tweet,
Bird.
tweet, tweet, tweet.
Bird.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Bird.
Okay.
Squawk.
I'm sorry.
Bird.
I'm sorry about this.
Bird.
Welcome to Pawn Stars.
Welcome to Pawn Stars. Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could
No. Do it when you're mad.
Okay.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bus?
I remember.
Remember.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Remember, you go to Disney World.
And what happened to it? Why am I still doing the surfer voice? Scott, do the voice.
I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
Ah, that means
You understand what I mean, don't you?
no.
I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
You're not gonna believe this one. Don't forget, you said there's no accomplice.
Ah!
Whoosh. Tell us exactly how to do it.
Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. Scott! Yeah, it's actually this one this time. A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring.
So, are you saying that the witness had a monkey steal the bus?
Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home.
Huh?
Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room!
Echo's room! Objection! The bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't at all shiny.
Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes to read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yep, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro! Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. I told you the monkey was the accomplice.
The monkey! God. If he was able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Yeah, you telling me.
Order, order, I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where's the bust in question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Julian, that's also you. It's possible.
Oh.
Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow!
Don't be so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Ugh.
Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And what is that?
You should know! You forgot that your fraud of the magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime.
Ah!
There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true! How do you spot at that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now.
I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. Scott, you clicked way too fast.
When the murder
I'm
occurred,
sorry.
there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself.
Hang on, let me just...
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the pump up music.
Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
Alright, Scott. No, it's
Alright,
not
Scott.
Money. It's not Leon. It's not Maya. It's not Ben. It's the same thing as the murder weapon. Maya was not the murder weapon. Ben was not the murder weapon.
I don't know, it could have been Trello.
It could have been Trello.
It could have been Trello.
No. 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 Scott, it's the bust.
I knew that.
See, it looks just like him. He saw Mac. Oh!
X, who was the other person most saw on the scene? Evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Ah, conjura, mon frere. It does have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
Objection! What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would have been easy to hang one off the carts in the bust's hands.
Idiot! Who in the right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is don't you agree? Oh, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? It was not Money, and it was not Leon, and it was not Maya, and it was not Ben, and it was not Trilo, and it was not the bust. Okay, so
Wait, actually?
no, it was not him. How do we tell this to him? Scott,
Well,
he
this
can't-
this isn't believable at all.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not what you think. No.
No, he's dead. No, not dead. He's brain dead.
Yeah.
It was not Leon.
It wasn't the bus.
It was not the bottle. Scott, it's a person.
It's a person.
It's not him.
All right,
It's
so,
not. It was not.
alright.
Scott, it's the victim. It's the victim. The victim did it.
I was hovering over that, and you were like, no, that's not right.
It's called delay, I think.
You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. Julian, that's you.
I mean, the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust.
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. What would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Well, explain yourself.
Thank you.
Nick, do you really have a handle on all this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together.
My hand hurts.
There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and went to the scene. Of course, at the time the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, it's not believable in the slightest, Scott.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Wright. Fiend's right. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
Oh, so much stuff.
Ow.
Oh.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Conva.
Maybe I should use something other than the hard floors.
This circus isn't over yet.
Oh,
Dude,
it's a
that's a
joke.
reference.
What?
The impact of the bust on the victim drew the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. The impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown.
Lol.
When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that
Dude,
is how
he's
the
flying!
magical murderer disappeared into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off was Sans Undertale! Ah, Sans! It could have only been you!
Echo's been playing mind games.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. What now?
You've graced us a rather
Stop it.
long.
I'm serious. Stop it. I'm still recording.
Oh, you're still recording?
Yes.
Uh,
No.
But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true?
Evidence.
And a spat. In this court, only two things matter: the power of evidence and the power of my whip.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want a.
I just explained how they could only be one possible murder method. But there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually.
Okay then, use that to get us out of this jam.
That's enough talking
Oh!
amongst us yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright.
I see.
Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. Yeah, you want to save. I think this
Yeah.
might be the last one.
You think?
No. There's I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's where the bust went. That's the last question. What hard proof to prove that you have unraveled the trick to this massive case? It's not money.
It's Leon.
It's not Leon.
It's Leon.
It could be that. I don't know. I doubt it's the autopsy report.
Forgot this one. I'll be honest.
No, it's a piece of evidence. It's not a person.
Was it the pepper somehow?
It
I
could
don't
be
know.
the note.
Oh, it could be the note.
No. I said it could be, not it was.
I'm just gonna load up this right.
Okay. Try again.
Try again.
Try again.
Try again.
It's probably the autopsy report. No.
Why would it be
It's
that?
something about Mo's testimony. So it's one of the first pieces of evidence.
Oh.
It might be that. Yeah, it might be a picture of the crime scene.
Why
Check
though?
it. Check it! Oh my. Oh my god. So it's not that. hover over the hat. Don't present it. I just want to see the hat. Yeah, it's the hat. The problem is Max has 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. These symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. Julian,
What?
That's you. You're on screen.
The silk hat was one. The white roses were the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all these contradictions.
You fool! Do you ever shut up?
Max is so bad. I spouted the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bus's. Tobuscus.
Tabascus. Tabascus.
Makes sense if you look at it that way. Then he did see the silk hat, well, sort of.
Objection! Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction? Oh, I'm Von Karma!
The other contradiction?
Remember what the ventriloquist said in court?
No. Stop reminding me about him. When you realize
He said that he
Bennett
witnessed the white
Shrilo's-
roses on the neck.
Oh.
He said that he witnessed. The clown said there were no white roses.
Can you do it, Nick? Of course! I can explain all of it. I keep reading Maya's lines.
What was that?
Please recall the incident where the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Julian.
I said it.
No, you didn't. It didn't go through.
Ah!
Okay.
Did not go through.
Which explains why Mo didn't see them. It did not go through. The white roses were not visible because they're on the back side of the bust. Order!
Order.
Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me.
Absurd.
What? Let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. The May Von Car will finally throw in the tower.
Okay, that one was stretching.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it? Oh my gosh!
You took the time to research our circuit, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't?
Laugh you. If
If you did.
maybe you'll understand why.
Why is that?
Motive.
Motive.
Dude, pick your
This
lines.
is
Pick your
just
lines.
incredible.
This one is just an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. You know, with anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of their. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster.
Stop.
Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his ooh, really ooh.
Ooh.
What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break.
Let's go.
I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess.
Let's go get a turkey sandwich.
Let's go get that turkey. This court went out to
And
a
I don't
10-minute
like ham
recess.
sandwiches. Turkey.
Alright, I'm ending the recording right here. I'm ending it.